NBA shuts down Wembanyama indefinitely after terrifying test results. The night started like a story written for a legend, a packed arena, a playoff battle, and Victor Wembanyama standing in the middle of it all like nothing in the league could touch him. Then everything changed in a second. Not a slow collapse, not a build-up, just one hard fall, and the entire NBA went silent. A night that was supposed to be history. Victor Wembanyama wasn't just having a good season. He was becoming the face of a new era. Defensive Player of the Year, first-time playoff star, a 7'4" problem no team had solved. 2 days before, he dropped 35 points in his playoff debut and looked untouchable. San Antonio believed this was the start of something special. Game 2 against Portland was supposed to be another step forward. Instead, it became the moment everything cracked. The fall that changed everything midway through the second quarter. Wembanyama drove into the paint. A spin move. Contact. A foul from Jrue Holiday. But what came next wasn't part of any plan. He lost control in the air, couldn't protect his fall, and came down hard, face first, straight into the floor. For a few seconds, he didn't move. Then slowly, he sat up, disoriented, shaken. Teammates rushed in. The arena, once loud, went dead quiet except for worried chants of his name. He played only 12 minutes. Then the word came down. Concussion protocol. Out for the game. And just like that, the Spurs anchor was gone. When the game started slipping away. At first, San Antonio didn't fall apart. They actually looked stronger. A 14-point lead in the fourth quarter. Energy, confidence, control. For a moment, it felt like they could survive anything. But basketball has a way of exposing truth. Without Wembanyama protecting the rim and stabilizing the offense, everything slowed down. The Spurs went cold at the worst possible time. Portland didn't hesitate. Scoot Henderson exploded for 31 points, playing the game of his life right when the spotlight turned brightest. Every possession felt heavier for San Antonio. Every shot felt harder. And then it happened. An 11-2 closing run. The lead vanished. The Spurs collapsed. Final score, Portland 10-06, San Antonio 10-03. A 23-year streak of playoff dominance when leading big in the fourth quarter, gone in one night. The irony no one missed. There was something almost cruel about how it unfolded. Scoot Henderson and Victor Wembanyama entered the league together at the top of the draft conversation. Two futures tied together. Two careers constantly compared. And on the night Wembanyama went down, Henderson rose. One left the floor injured. The other took over the game. Same court, same moment, completely different paths. The part no one wants to talk about this isn't new for Wembanyama. Earlier this year, his season was already interrupted by something far more serious than basketball. A blood clot diagnosis in his shoulder. Deep vein thrombosis. That wasn't about wins or losses. That was about life and health. It forced him out for the season. It sent him through hospitals, tests, uncertainty, and fear. He came back from that, stronger, leaner, more focused. He turned that recovery into one of the most dominant seasons the league has ever seen from a young player. But now, just as the playoffs demanded everything, his body stopped him again. Not a skill issue, not effort, just health. What the Spurs are really facing, the official word is simple: concussion protocol. Further testing. No timeline yet. But anyone who understands basketball knows what that means in a playoff series like this. It's not just a short absence, it's uncertainty. And uncertainty changes everything. San Antonio built this season around Wembanyama. His defense, his scoring, his presence alone changes how teams play. Without him, the Spurs are still talented. They still have pieces, they still have fight, but they are not the same team. And Portland knows it. The moment he ran to the locker room, the entire series shifted. The clock starts ticking. Game 3 is coming fast. Then Game 4. Then the pressure of every decision after that. Concussion recovery doesn't care about schedules, standings, or expectations. There are protocols. There are steps. And there is no shortcut through it, even if the series tightens. Even if fans demand a return. Even if everything is on the line. Health comes first. But playoffs don't wait for anyone. The shocking truth behind it all. What makes this situation hit harder is not just the injury. It's what it interrupts. Wembanyama wasn't supposed to be promising anymore. He was already becoming dominant. MVP conversations, defensive awards, franchise turning point seasons. A 60-win team built around a 22-year-old who looks like he belongs in a different basketball universe. And now, in the middle of his first real playoff run, everything pauses. Not because he failed, but because his body forced it. Where this story really stands right now, nobody knows how long he will be out. A few days, a week, longer. answer? That answer decides the series. It decides momentum. It might even decide the Spurs season because Portland has already shown they will attack the moment he is missing. And San Antonio, for all its depth and talent, is different without him at the center of everything. Final thought. This is what makes sports brutal. 1 second you are watching a rising superstar take over the playoffs. Next second, you're watching him leave the floor without knowing when he returns. Victor Wembanyama didn't just get injured. He hit pause on a season that felt unstoppable. And now the entire NBA waits. Not for highlights, not for stats, but for one update that could change everything again